Here's a greenhouse update. It is 11 February 2015. And today, you're looking at the 8-foot vertical fawn, and I'm going to harvest some of the broccoli and weigh it up for you. And this episode. And here's one of them I'm going to take. A couple more up here. There. You see there, and that one. Most everything is doing wonderfully well. It's been a while since you've seen it, but kale is coming on nice. It's a pretty plant. Got a kohlrabi there, cauliflower and a cauliflower, some cabbages and some lettuces, different kinds. So we're gonna, from this particular one, we're gonna harvest some broccoli for dinner. Over here, I moved some things over here from the 10-foot vertical fawn back there because it's full of seedlings and transplants. So when I did, the shock put some of these plants into what I can only assume, and probably so, is sunburn. So there's a good bit of sunburn on those plants that were underneath the fawn cover, and I picked a lot of them off that were having problems, and the rest are coming back. And this is my lettuce area. If I want a salad, I just come over and I'll pluck a leaf off, however many leaves I need, take it in and make a salad. And I'm gonna eat this. It's not gonna go to waste. Oh man, no chemicals on it, no bug damage. So this is my salad area. All right, first fawn here, everything's coming along fine. You can see the peas are getting to where they're attaching to each other and starting to grow vertically. It's kind of cool. My peas over there, I'll show you in a minute, they're flowering, both sets, but especially the Oregon sugar pods. Oh man, this is one of the turnip green harvests I got, and you can already see the leaves are coming back. Sorry, I'm chewing on those. Carrots coming in nicely, and some spinach and even some beets. And these are starting to come back, turnip greens. Going over to the next one. This particular fawn had half compost, which is my new fawn soil for this year, and it's got half compost, half rice hulls. And you can kind of see the difference if you look here at this spinach versus this spinach. These were planted a good bit later, not a good bit, but a while later. And I think the compost is already starting to throw it to these. Definitely a doer. Collards are coming on. Switch in those. We'll see how they go. Coming over to this next one. These are the pill bug planters, and got a couple fawn pots with some brassicas in it. But you can see the strawberries. They're starting to get bigger. Yeah, it's getting warmer, quite a bit warmer actually, when the sun's out during the day. Brassicas look like they're liking the pill bug planters there. I think this is purple top. I think that's what I put in here, and that'll be interesting to see how they do in this little container. I moved that one from the root crop area over there to here, and that spinach, didn't want to lose that because we like that spinach very much. So we're going to harvest that before too long. Chow down. Got some more brassicas that were growing. Some of them like this one was underneath the fawn cover right there, and so it's got some sunburn. This is the fourth grow on this particular one. And you can see it's already coming back. It's a good thing. My blackberries are leafing out. I'm going to step over here real quick to the Oregon sugar pods. And you see the Oregon sugar pods, when it gets over 100 degrees sometimes in here, and that's what it's registering right now when it's closed up. But the peas, they'll go through a little bit of a wilty stage, you know, where they look like, man, I can't take this, this is too hot. So that's what's going on here. There are pods forming, as you can see there. So we're doing real good with the Oregon sugar pods. Another one here, and hopefully there's another one and another one. They're all over and coming on, and I sure do like these peas. Carrots seem to be doing real well. Sorry, I'm in the shadows in the camera. Now these sugar snaps, very, very popular variety around here, and I think across the country, sugar snaps are well enjoyed. But they are starting to flower as well. And you can see they're starting to flower. So I'm excited about that. They're finally starting to flower. I was kind of concerned that maybe they wouldn't flower, you know. I figured they'd be a little easier to grow than the Oregon sugar pods, but it's a taller plant, a more aggressive plant, healthier, hardier stalk, and it takes a little while longer to bloom. And I'm going to turn this radio off real quick. I know some of y'all don't like it. Okay, and the 10-foot vertical fawn, I've got squashing cucumbers and all my tomatoes and some blackberry cuttings and some onions and did I say cucumbers? I think I did. Melons, I got cantaloupes, 2 different varieties. All that's growing. Well, during the heat of the day, especially when it gets up this high, when they're this young, some of them get a little wilty like that one. And they're getting big. They're getting big, a little too big. Probably started them out too early. Got a little anxious to get them in the pots. And we've even got some freezing temperatures coming up in about a week from actually 5 days, next Monday. But my thoughts are I'll get them into the fawn pots, and maybe I'll have to occasionally carry them to the garage, which will be kind of a pain in the butt. But regardless, I think it's interesting. I was anxious. I wanted to get it done, see what I could do, how much earlier I could grow in the greenhouse. So that's what's going on with the fawn planting, fawn cover, spring and summer planting. These are my potatoes. I don't see where any have broke through the surface yet, and it might be a little early. And you saw I harvested that one, and they're already coming back. And man, those turnip greens are so good. Alamo, I did a focus on it. Very, very good variety. It's not as bitter as like the turnip varieties like Purple Top, and even the Hakurai that I've got there, they're not nearly as bitter. So that is pretty much it, what's going on inside the greenhouse. I will do a harvest and weigh of probably 3 broccoli heads, show you what they look like. What I said about them potatoes is not exactly true. You just have to look a little closer. There we go, the red Pontiacs are breaking through. And there's even, in the one right next to it, if you look real close, even the red Norlands are starting. So we have some action going on. Looks like one right there, and the next pod over. And the potatoes are starting to grow. Okay, here's the broccoli taken off the plant. There were some other smaller side shoots, so I went ahead and picked some of those that were getting a little more mature as well. And let's take a quick measure of the size of these heads. First we'll start down here. This one looks like roughly 6 inches. And this one is roughly 6 inches. And this one is 7.5 when you go to the edge there. They're a little shorter if you do it sideways. Like the 7.5 one is about 5.5, and you know, the same with the others. Yeah, let's put them on the scale, see what we get. Let me turn around, turn it on. Okay. I'm not going to pre-weigh the Walmart bag. I hope you guys will give that to me. And it looks like we have 1.49, 1.5 pounds of good old broccoli. So that's the first harvest of broccoli for this year, and I'm enjoying it. So I'll give you one quick look. This is the greenhouse, C3 foliage. Brent signing off.